Hello, everyone. Greetings from Tatabánya, Hungary. My name is Dénes Demeter. I'm representing LEI Hungary. And today I will be the host of this session about the Formula One cars in manufacturing. It will be an interesting topic about SMED. So we'll see a SMED example at Coloplast Hungary. The topic will be presented by Gábor, who is a CI project leader at Coloplast Hungary, and he had a tremendous part in that project, which will be presented actually. So during the presentation, if you have any questions, please feel free to write into the chat. I will collect those questions, and at the end of the presentation, we will try to answer or give you answers to those questions. I would hand over now the word to Gábor. Please hold your presentation, Gábor. The stage is yours.
Thank you very much for the introduction, Dénes. I'm very happy to be here, and thank you for joining my presentation. We will talk about a silicon plate change as like in F1 manufacturing, as we call it in Hungary. First of all, I would like to share some interesting information about the tire changes procedures. Do you know how long did it take to take this tire change procedure in F1? About the 50s? Yeah, it's interesting because it depended on they have a cigarette or not. So this is the funny part. About 2 to 3 minutes. That was the whole procedure at that time. And nowadays, it's only 2 seconds. So it's a quite interesting thing. And we go through this methodology by lean in our production and our processes. That's the reason why we put this into this presentation. Our company called Coloplast Hungary, located in several sites in the world. We are sitting now in Tatabánya part. You can see the company presentation, part of the company presentation. You can see our Tatabánya plant. We are almost 5,000 employees in here, and we produced more than 1 billion product per year in 7 sites around the world. This is our product portfolio called Ostomy Care. Now we are talking about the welding of these parts in these bags. You can see several types of our bags, an open one, a closed one, and different adhesive plates on it with different colors. What is our process? How can we do these bags? How can we produce these bags? We are welding foil to foils and foil to tissues together. You can see in the right side of the picture a real bag in our production, and you can see the layers, how many layers, several layers we have to put together as like welding. And you can see the red marks where we use the exact welding during the process. It's quite complicated, however, it looks so easy as like a normal plastic bags, but it's much more complicated during the production. What is our welding procedure? We have to use a welding counterplates, we called AKA as a silicon plates, and you can see here in the right hand side an exploded view of them. It contains the Teflon layers and the silicon plate too. And you can see the bottom part is an aluminium part, solid part, and we use it to ensure the welding quality and prevent our leakage, because our customers, for our customers, it's a very, very critical point. And otherwise we have to replace it in several times during the production or during the shifts. What is the process? You can see how can we dismount this counter welding plate with the PT100 and the other electrical joints. So we can use this method to remove or dismount from the machine. And here is how can we separate the silicon plates and the Teflon layer on it. And this is the installation at the of the latest part of the process. We can use sellotapes to fix the silicone plate, and we have a measurement as a rough guess. How can we use the sticky parts on it, the Teflon layer, to the silicone plates? We have to ensure a smooth surface, so it's very important to do this proper way. What is our machinery? Here you can see our brand new back production machine. It's quite long. It's about 30 to 35 meters length, and it's not easy to handle, to use your steps or use your walk around this machine, because we have several locations in the machine where we use these welding parts, and 2 pieces of welding parts in each unit. So it's immediately 6 different places. What was the evolution, or what is the evolution of our change? We have an initial state in January, identifying the deviances, discussion of the colleagues, what are they experienced previously, and we have to set a goal. What was the problem at the initial state? We have, as previously mentioned, 6 units per machines, and we have to replace these silicone plates every 20,000 steps. Reason, again, ensure welding quality to prevent leakage in the critical welding points. At that time, our output was about 7,000 pieces per shift, and one replacement took about 15 minutes. Otherwise, we lost a lot of pieces, more than 400 per shift, because this business change. Among these factors, reduced time, it ranked high in Pareto diagram. What was our observation at the Gamba? We went down and we saw we have an underlight in the machine when and after all, there's an entry created into the PLC system. After 20,000 steps, under goes to red like a light, and the machine stopped. And that was our first critical points. How can we avoid this in the future? In over 90% of the cases, the replacement started after the machine stoppage, and that was a very, very big problem for us. You can here see it's a spaghetti diagram of the technicians at that time, before the cart where we use in the future. So first of all, the operators have to identify, yes, there's a stop, unfortunately, because we have to change the silicone plates. How can I do it? How can I perform it? I don't know. I have to call the technicians. Okay, what happens when we didn't reach the technicians? We have to try to find out somewhere in the plant. And after all, the technicians, when realize, yes, I have to go to the machine, I have to change this place. You can see enter now the first part to identifying what is the real problem in the machine. So he had to go to the machine and check immediately what's the problem. Oh, he realized, yes, I have to change the plate, and try to perform this exchange. And this technician went to the desk, the technician's desk, and tried to find the perfect dimensioned silicone plates on it. Otherwise, there is a problem again, because if you have to cut again because they haven't got the right side, you have to go to the other part of the plant and have to perform this pre-cut. And after all, just this pre-cut, he able to do the execution of the real silicone plate change. So it took several times, and a very, very big or long duration. That was the previous problem. Our evolution go to the exchange phase. It means we have a lot of new challenges with the new process. We have an introduction for the colleagues, and we try to manage it by a system with monitoring red and yellow status of the machine. So the exchange begins on time. That was the main purpose. We have to do it in March about. You can see the reporting system, the red one and the right one, as previously mentioned. From the PLC, we have 55% of stub ratio in connection with the yellow ones, and that time that was quite wrong. In the future, we use this system, and we can, with this prepared change, we can decrease it to 8%. So how did we improve? We went directly to the technicians and we tried to understand it next to machine and how is they perform this change. We have a solution with a signal system. It delivers to immediately the technicians in time. So after all, we discuss it with them. They can use this and understand what's the real problem. And this 10% step buffer means that the replacement should and must occur between this time. Process shouldn't be driven by the machine stoppage. That's the main point. We use an MES system called Manufacturing Excellence System and the PDA device, which has sound alerts and vibrations. So the technicians immediately got information and the proper place where they should go. And otherwise, we have a leadership goal. Within 1 month, we have to cut for the half of this placements or number of the placements. And later on aiming to 0 generally. Our reporting system acceptable for the shift leaders too. They can see the deviations and can act and intervene into the process. Here is the pictures about the MES system and the PDA. We have a test scheduler. You can see it is the right part of the picture. So they can immediately identify what is the real problem and where to have to do or perform this exchange of the silicon plate. Next step in our evolution with the cart. How can we do it in a better way? With time management, and we would like to try to educate the colleagues. We have otherwise a lot of information from the colleagues and some problems with education because all of the new things not always come easily for the colleagues. And they don't know about the new standards, our colleagues. So that was the main reason. And there's otherwise a resistance from the new things or the new standards from them. And the point is, how can we use it in a better way? With the cart in a faster way. That was in August. And this is the cart you can see in the right side of the picture. How did we improve with the cart? It enables to replacement on the spot, like in F1. As like in the pit stop, and it contains all necessary parts where we have to use with the tool change in the replacement. We have standard process as like use the stores, and we have a documented video system called Revo, following the TWI structures, including the steps, the key points, and reason. However, we have this system. The execution didn't always follow this, as we mentioned previously, and would like to do this way. After all, with the cart, they can use the cart and they like it today. So they're very happy to use this cart. And you can see the deviances, the before and the after part of the diagram. It's much less for the colleague to reach the cart and the machine on the spot. Where we are now, we extended the process to multiple locations in Tatabánya 1 plant and Tatabánya number 2, plant 2. And we have a new leadership goal aiming to zero this stoppage and the replacements. And we would like to all replacement occur within standard time. We have a new reporting system for this. And following the new standard processes, it will be a new review video about this. Otherwise, we have an additional part in our standard. This is called the process confirmation, and it's by the operational leaders for the operation leaders, and they can continuously monitor the results and the feedback of the deviations in the case. This is our reporting system, the duration of the stoppage. You can see the before part. Sometimes it took much more longer time than we would like, and in after part where you can see the previous goal about 240 seconds, and nowadays we have a new target for 60 seconds. But it's quite interesting how can we do this in the future. But it's a quite enormous goal for us, and this is the ongoing part of our evolutions. We are here now. We would like to preheat and prepare under 1 minute. That's the main goal of this. and we have new challenges. We have to start a new PDC cycle to understand the deviances of the process. And our colleagues came up with a revolutionary idea. How can we do it in a better way? How can we do it under 60 seconds? And here we are. You can see a new part of the process. Based on employees' suggestion, we would like to pre-prepare the silicone plates. That means pre-assembled and pre-heated over the operating temperature. On the spot, we can do this, and parallel repair plans is acceptable both in machine units. So what is our goal? We aren't in internal time in the future. We would like to do this in external times, these changes, and reducing machine downtime with this to 1 minute, under 1 minute's goal. And actually, we haven't decreased at the same extent as the F1 tire change. You can see over the decades, it's more than 98%, but we are on the right track, I'm sure. And we would like to, if you change it to 1 minute target time, we reduce almost the same ratio as in Formula One tire change with the 94%. And what's the recipe? The core thinking is our core thinking to go to Gemba and again, discuss with the colleagues, involve them, all the employees next to the machine with our leaders and so on, get together, should be asked a lot of opinions of the colleagues, strengthening the roles and maintaining stability. And otherwise, it's very important, apply a management system. Here is the end of my presentation. If you have questions, we have to answer. So please feel free to ask anything about this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gábor. So indeed, it was a great case study. So far, we have no questions. I would like to ask the participants to feel free to ask questions to us. But in the meantime, I would have some to you. So I'm just really curious that what did you achieve with that that you have implemented these cards into this process?
It was a very important part of this. We would like to do the changes on the spot, and we have to fulfill our new requirements of the managers and the production needs, and that was the main reason why we use these cards. And otherwise, it's another idea of the colleagues. So that was very important part at that time, to how can we collect the information from the colleagues, and we sat together with the plants and try to find out how can we solve these issues near to the machine, on the spot next to the machine immediately.
Okay, so if I understand well, then you bring everything what is required to be able to perform that change, and everything is on the cart, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in regards of that, my next question would be that how you fill the cart with these elements, what you need there. Example, this pre-cut silicone plates, what you mentioned.
Previously, we haven't enough pre-cutted silicone plates. Otherwise, the guys like this new procedure, so they are very happy when we use this cart, and we try to prepare with the cutting machine these silicone plates. Now we have another development of this. We buy a prepared one from the suppliers, and we can use as a stock in the shelf part of the silicone cart. So they like it so much because it's much easier to do it in a proper way. It's a pre-prepared and pre-cutted silicone plates.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, my next question would be that what kind of challenges did you have during the introduction of these new steps? We have seen that 2 were already implemented, right? And 1 are in the future.
Yes, as you see, it took several months, and the main issue was how can we discuss this new standard with the colleagues? How can we educate them in the right way? that was a big help in lean thinking, and we use TWI methodology. And
just a second. Sorry for interrupting you,
okay.
but I would like to ask you to please stop sharing. Just hit the stop sharing button so
Okay.
that the people can see you. Okay, that's
Okay,
much
hi.
better this way. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, so just back to that point. So the challenges you just mentioned, TWI. So
Yeah, all of the colleagues, it's a problem when they get a new information about the new standards, and that was quite interesting. How can we use this methodology with the colleagues? How can we educate them? And after all, when we have experience, how can they accept the new things? And we can share with them, and went to the spot and try to educate them on the spot with the change, with a Revo video, to understand 100% clear what is the real process. And after all, when they experience that it isn't a big change from the basement or a basic point where we were at that time. So small changes, but important changes. And after all, when they realize it's not a big task to do in a proper way, like a standard or as like a standard, after all, they can perform the change quite the same time on the spot and during the education, and they immediately realized that that is not an acceptable, not a new part that they couldn't use anymore in the future, so they can accept it immediately. But physically, they have to feel what's the real standard and what will be the new standard for the change.
okay, thank you. We have a lot of questions. Thanks for the participants being so active. It's regarding to this. So you just mentioned, how did you introduce that? How you told the people? How did you sustain the results?
That wasn't an easy part, and it's still not an easy part. It's now they work. We are ongoing with this one. We try to set process confirmation for the colleagues, and we got a lot of guide and information from the leaders who did this or who do this process confirmation. And we try to collect all the information from them during the process. So we have a normal TWI instruction. They always go to the colleagues, and they try to observe what's the real change, and they can educate them on the spot, and they can fulfill the new requirements or the new ideas in this sheet, and we can collect the colleagues' information, and we register this to the system, so we can educate in the future. How can we do it in a different way?
Which level of leaders?
Shift leaders are involved at the moment, but we
Mhm.
try to expand it to one step higher or two step higher, depends on the in our managers, but not at that daily or shiftly part. We would like to join with this colleague to once a week or once a month. It depends on the case. But they would like to join to us for the future. So it's very important in different level. We can hear the noises, was the reflection from them.
Thank you. We have a question from Kumar. Thank you. Have you linked this improvement progress with your daily management or leader standard work? Yeah, you partially answered that already, but
yeah, we have several daily meetings, but the main meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning, and this is a part at the moment where we can put this process confirmation to the daily management, and everyone can hear and see what's the results of the last shift, was the results of the real part of the change, and we can discuss it on this. So we set this, and we try to set in other plan too. How can we perform it in a daily management part?
oh, great to hear. So you integrated that. One more question from Romulo. How long was it? I mean, how long does it take to achieve the actual results from the beginning of the project? So how long it took? When did you start? to work on this, and how long it took to be here?
Yeah, we started in January, and in August there were a lot of challenges too, and now in November it's almost a year. It's almost a year to do this because of a lot of changes to set the process development part. I mean process confirmation. How can we apply it to the system with this card? How can we do the new standard changes? How can we educate the colleagues? So we thought it's a month or 2 months, but that was a rough guess at that time, unfortunately. But that's life. We try to manage it in a proper way, and this shows small pieces of changes may happen every time, and causes several other new PDC cycles where we like to do this in a proper way. And sometimes it takes much more time than previously we set our target. So it's almost a year to perform this change.
Mhm.
And we aren't finished. And so we try to do it in a proper way and start the new PDC cycles with the colleagues with new ideas. And later on, maybe we can do it in a better way, maybe under 30 seconds, as like in Formula One. So it depends on how can we involve the colleagues again, and how can we set together and collect the information of the new changes, new ideas.
Mhm.
The key is how can we discuss it on the spot with the colleagues to see the machine deviances and see the process deviances.
Yeah, probably you have similar other processes where you
Yes.
can apply this thinking also. I have also questions here regarding to that. Thank you for Csaba. Have you applied your learnings on other areas, on other machines?
Lean thinking is shared for everyone. So we have several other processes and projects in here, but this is a very good example with a small thing. It's only a small change. So not as like a big SMED part, for example, a product change, but a small one, and it shows how complicated to do it in a proper way, like a standard. So we have several stages and several steps to do our best and do our best, and we try to share it with the colleagues with the relevant processes too. But otherwise, feel free to use everyone this thinking, and there's a reason why I previously mentioned a few sentences before that we started a lot of projects parallelly where we can use this lean methodology during this process development. So this is the first step. This is a full standards at the moment, full standard for the moment. So, and we would like to share it with the colleagues in several other projects. So like a sample.
Thank you very much. There are no other questions from the participants. We are quite close to the end. I would have only one question. What do you suggest for those who are at the beginning, let's say, so they would like to start something like this and they find their processes where they can apply this way of thinking to make it like Formula One car tire change? What are the most important ingredients, or what they absolutely need to consider when they start to do that?
Quite easy to answer this question, because we have to be open with the colleagues, and you have to go down to the shop floor and ask the colleagues what are the deviances, how can I help you, what is your point of view with this new standard or the new process. So what is the daily problem? How can we perform it in a better way? How can we join together? How can we involve all the colleagues in this new thinking? But it's easy. You have to be open, try to find the right person, or ask all the person who involved this new process or during any kind of manufacturing. And after all, when they feel you are open and you are a part of their daily life, they can join you, and they can easy to how can I say, remove all the bad questions
Obstacles.
and the bad parts
Yeah.
of it. So
Thank you very much.
thank you very much.
We are at the end of our sessions. Good luck for you, and thank you for all the participants being here. Wish you all the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.